Hey, it's Ben from SellingGroceries.com, and today we're going to look. This is the part three of the three-part video series, all about Terapeak. And Terapeak, as we've mentioned previously, is an analytics tool that you can use to analyze. Specifically, you can look for sales trends on eBay and Amazon, and also help you source inventory from different sites. And that's what we're going to look at today. Is we are going to look at how to source inventory on Alibaba. Now, Alibaba, for those of you that don't know, is a website that allows you to basically source products overseas, and you can find hundreds of thousands of products for very super duper low prices. Generally, you have to buy them in bulk, but it's a great place to either, if you're going to do private label products, or just basically trying out to see how products will sell on eBay or Amazon. It's a great source for inexpensive products. So when looking on Alibaba, and we can just real quick punch over to Alibaba.com, and just visiting the site directly, you can look for measuring spoons and see just how many different options we have, all kinds of measuring spoons, things like that. And so generally the process is go to Alibaba, look for products, find some products that would look reasonably priced, something that might or might not sell, and then you kind of go back to eBay and Amazon, you look up the sales history there, completed items, and it's just a very time consuming process. So what Terapeak does, which is really nice, is you can go to the dashboard and just click source my inventory, and it's basically going to help you streamline this entire process. So you say, I want to search Alibaba, and of course you can search, Terapeak's hot list or eBay, but today we're going to do Alibaba, and we are going to do, well, why don't we keep right in the kitchen category, and we can, how about a wire whisk? Just out of curiosity, let's see what comes up there. Okay, so here comes all different types of whisks and cake mixing equipment and tons mini travel blender juicer. But what makes this really interesting here is you can go through, and when you do find anything that looks like something you might be interested in, you can click on source on Alibaba, which will take you right to the website, do in-depth research, analyze price and demand. All right, so we can close this tab, and then when we click source on Alibaba, we basically go right where we were, and what it does is it attempts to, using the keywords, it's going to try to find the listing that matches it directly. Actually, I'm sorry, that's my mistake. So it's bringing up the Alibaba results, so it's taking you right to that listing, so you could look in and see exactly what the going price is. You can look at pictures, you can see what's the minimum order quantity, and so on and so forth. And just kind of looking down here, see what it looks like. Some more pictures. And we go up here, and we're looking at 50 cents a piece, but you have to buy 480 of them. So now, once you kind of find something on Alibaba that you might be interested in, next thing you want to do is do some in-depth research, right? Because you want to know, before you went ahead and bought 480 of them, you want to see what kind of prices can I possibly fetch on eBay. And here it's showing you $2.84. So definitely not a whole lot of margin there. I mean, you'd have to do a ton of volume. Does have a good sell-through rate, which means that these products are selling well on eBay. Total sales $719. So total listings 179, successful 143. And you can kind of just gauge, look down at all the summaries and see, this is the kind of information you need to make a decision whether or not it's worth pursuing, worth investing time and money into different types of products. So spend your time here learning as much as you can, before you spend any money on a product and then turn around and put it up for sale. Because like most businesses these days, you make money when you buy, not when you sell. So you really have to make smart buying decisions, especially with all the information available to you. It's really no excuse not to do your homework before investing a lot of money in a product. So that was just one example, and you can see, and here you can also filter these listings. So we talked about this in a previous video. You could go filter by buyer country, seller country, item condition, say new, refurbished, used. Like here, I'd want to just go ahead and say I only want to deal with new items, which I'm sure most of them are, because you're going to see too many used whisks for sale. So see, not much has really changed. So that filter didn't really do much. But you could spend some time looking through this. This here will show you some eBay listings, so you can kind of get an idea of some actual listings, samples, and things like that. And this is going to bring up, as you can see, a lot of different ones, different combinations here. Rosé egg whisk, it's probably just going to pull up all the different whisk listings. And sometimes you can, go through and take a look, because you're getting the average data when it gives you on the other screen, and that can compile tons of data from the very expensive to the very inexpensive. And sometimes just looking through the listings, get a good human touch on it to see what listing would be just like the one you're looking at. And just want to drill down into this one to see, and that's the typical one that we're all used to seeing. And that's going for selling approximately $7.21 US. And that's how it works. So this is the Alibaba, and let's go back to the original. So we looked at the source in Alibaba, the do in-depth research, and then analyzing price and demand. Will show us I'm just looking through here. I guess it's kind of giving you an overview, allowing you to specify some more keywords. I said looks good. Analyze price and demand. Okay, and this kind of gives you an overview. And here's the price range, average price, items sold, total revenue, number of sellers. And so you can kind of see over the last 30 days. This probably gives you a very quick and easy glimpse of the most immediate sales information. You can look and see. Obviously, in that lower price point, you got the highest volume and total sales, number of sellers. You see where the competition is. So, in just a few clicks of the mouse on this screen, you can kind of use the keywords to kind of look at some of the Alibaba listings and get a feel for what things are like on the supply side. And then with a few more clicks through on a few of these buttons, you can get an idea of what you could fetch for those items on eBay. And it really helps you, again, with research, because when you start doing this, you're going to realize just how many products, thousands of products and categories out there, and it can be overwhelming, and it's hard sometimes to figure out. You may have an idea, but having a tool like this really lets you hone in on certain categories. And especially for me, it's always been eye-opening for categories that I've never listed in before, or I make a point of it every once in a while to just, you know what, I may not be interested in this particular category or subcategory, but I'm just going to take a click in there and look at the listings, look at the hot items, and just out of curiosity, then I'll go on eBay and Amazon and start digging in, and it's amazing the kind of things you'll come across. So I highly suggest it, and that's going to be it for the series on Terapeak. And again, a very valuable tool. It's got a free trial for about 7 days, but it is a paid product. But I highly recommend it once you get the ball rolling and get some sales coming in, and you want to expand your product line. It's well worth the investment. Thanks, guys. If you liked the video, please click the like button below. And I'd love it if you would subscribe to my channel and visit my website at www.sellinggroceries.com. Thanks, and we'll talk to you in the next video.